Hey guys, welcome to Be Original with Isley Creative,
where we discuss all things marketing. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy.
All right, welcome back everybody to Be Original. My name is OJ.
And I'm Christian.
And we are doing episode 3.
Episode 3.
We're excited to be here. I feel a little foggy right now. My head is hurting and just a tad. So I'm not going to be as crazy as I normally am.
Please. We got a lot going on right now. It's good.
Anyways.
All good things.
All good things. So like we said in the last couple episodes, this season we're talking specifically about creating content for every stage of the buyer's journey. Today we're going to do a little deep dive into
people that browse.
Yeah.
People that have open shopping carts and haven't bought yet. And step 2, you've gone through the awareness piece, and you have people looking at your product, you have people looking at your brand. This is where we want to target them at this point with good content.
I've done it with coffee ads a ton. Like there'll be a new company that pops up, and I love coffee, so then I'll build a shopping cart, and it's like $400 worth of coffee equipment. It's ridiculous. But then I'll leave it in my cart, and then I'll start noticing, hey, there's a 10% off coupon if you come back. Or I get an email that says, hey, we noticed that you left your shopping cart. Is there something that we can help you with?
Yep.
Stuff like that. So it's all that content. So it's, if you have to enter an email address to start your shopping cart or to get a 10% coupon, like all of that stuff is used in order for you to, to push you to that next stage in the funnel. Mm-hmm. But today we're going to talk about that specific content, what that looks like. We've gotten to the point now where they're thumbing through and they're seeing, and they've at least positioned us now as maybe an authority or a guide in the marketplace, right? Whatever that product or service may be. And now we're talking about, what are they seeing?
Yeah, this is where you can do it twofold. I feel like you can run things like this alongside awareness campaigns because you're able to find different interests. So like you said with coffee, maybe Starbucks is running this and you're a new cafe in the area and you're running awareness, but then you can start running this and use people that have interests in Starbucks or in coffee and things like that. And this is where you're trying to kind of grab some of those customers. We all kind of go down rabbit holes. I mean, I know I do it all the time where I'm like looking at something specific and then something else catches my eye. And that's usually because maybe it's this product is, the one I knew about, but when I was looking at this product, a similar product from a different brand popped up, and then I go look at that, and then I start looking at product comparisons and all this stuff, and now suddenly I'm saying, well, this other one is offering 25% off right now, or it's 25% cheaper to start with, whatever it is. Now those people have caught my eye. You've got the person that's browsing, that's looking through products and things like that, or the difference of how you're presenting in that point is this one is talking all about themselves, but this one actually understands my issues or my problems that I'm dealing with in this world.
Sure.
One
thing to clarify, and we talk about a lot about this too, like even in our business, like price isn't necessarily always the answer to it, right?
Definitely.
To gaining more clients. It's okay to be a little bit more expensive, I would say. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but like, I think there's value. If you're building a brand that people can believe in, a perfect example is there's a company called Trade Coffee that I just bought a bunch of coffee from. Mm-hmm. Like, for half the amount of coffee I get, I spend $3 on average, between $2 and $4 more to buy coffee from them versus going to Meijer.
Wow.
Which is crazy because I'm super stingy.
You're the cheapest person I know.
But the truth, I mean, that's like that. And the reason that I did it was because I felt confident in this brand, because this brand made me feel like, I may not be a coffee like connoisseur, but I love the taste of coffee. So they had me go through this really awesome, like, do you like these things? Do you like these things? And, what flavors do you like? And they walked me through this process. And then at the end, they're like, okay, here's 3 coffees that we think that you would be really great for your palate. And I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah.
But again, it's not always about price.
Right.
So it's building, doing your part in that awareness piece, right? To start off and building a brand that people can actually believe in. I think nowadays more than ever, you have to take into consideration that the average consumer values way more the why behind your brand than they actually do the price of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the product, the product itself has to be a good product. I mean, you can't just sell cheap stuff that's going to fall apart.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they understand their customer, and they've given themselves a platform to be, for awareness. And then they took it to the next step and said, like, you're a shopper. So what we're going to do is we're going to develop this whole flavor profile for you, and it's free, it's easy. Click here, fill out your stuff, and we're going to give you, here's 3 coffees we think you'd like. Like, that's exactly it. They got you as a browser. They understood your problem. They understood how they can solve it, and they made a practical approach to doing that. And just because of that, it caused you to consider them.
Right. And if anybody from trade is listening, you can sponsor our podcast another time for another episode. One thing that we keep talking about is grabbing people's attention, making sure that you're giving them a reason to do that. We talk about this a lot, and a lot of the people that we are in our industry, we are constantly fighting for people's attention. And what does that mean? Like, how now all of a sudden, instead of, it's not just about the product, it's not just about the price. Now you have to present yourself in a way that's going to force people to stop thumbing through their Facebook feed, their Instagram feed. Yeah. And what is it that you're putting out there that makes that happen?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's got to be something to make it stick in people's heads.
Right.
For me, a lot of times maybe I'm not ready to buy something, but I see something really cool and I'm like, I really like this, and I'll save it. Save the ad or save the link or whatever it is. And at some point when I'm ready to buy, I go back through it and look through them.
Right.
And that's, and then the ones that show me what I'm missing out on by not using them are the ones that usually get the sale,
And that's a big part of our process in developing branding architecture for the companies that are our clients, right? Is giving them that understanding that we need to obviously grab their attention with this content, but we also need to be aware that we're doing the things that we're doing. There's value in that, and then the content that we're creating, there's value in that, right?
Yeah.
I see it all the time. So many times you're thumbing through this stuff, and then it's just like you see these ads and you're like, my Lord, these are terrible. Like,
yeah.
And
you see it right up against another company doing the same thing.
Right.
Better.
They grab your attention for the wrong reasons, right? Like, you're just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of, it's hard. People don't understand the value yet, I don't think, of content, the actual dollars that are spent on it. There's a reason why there's people out there that do what we do on a regular basis, is because we're really good at it, and that's our job. Like, our 100% of our job is to grab people's attention. So,
and I think one important thing is I feel like people are afraid to show what people are missing out on by not using them,
right?
Because it always seems negative, and you want to kind of keep the negatives out of things. But I think it's important to include it. I don't think it's important to focus on it, but it's definitely important to include it, especially at this part in the process. You are comparing yourself to other people in the industry.
Right. All right. So that was browsers we talked about today. So again, share, comment, all those things below. Let us know your feedback, your questions, all that good stuff. Week 8, we're going to answer all the questions that we get throughout this, these next 7 weeks. So we're really excited to be back with you guys again, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks again for checking out Be Original with Isley Creative.
You're the reason we do this, so be on the lookout for more tips and advice on your marketing strategy.